The last chapter ended with the mysterious samurai showing Kafka how a kaiju was formed from the shame and grudge of the fallen samurais at the hands of the kaiju of the Meiriki era. What could be the effect of this on Kafka's connection with 8? Let's find out. We continue the story in chapter 118. After the mysterious samurai showed what happened to them in the past, Kafka shed tears of blood and tears in the physical world, and he heard 8 still repeating the words, "the shame." He turned to look at him and saw him lying on his side while vomiting and crying blood. 8 stared at him while still repeatedly saying the same words, and here Kafka realized this was what he saw in the vision shown earlier by the mysterious samurai. The samurai's spirit appeared again behind him and began explaining that the catastrophe lasted almost 100 days before the power that the monster they faced had stored underground was depleted. Using this samurai's own heart as a core, their grudge became a single mass, mingled with ley lines deeper underground, and turned into a kaiju without its own physical form like the creature beside him now. He added that before him lie the twisted remnants of their grudge, and the mysterious samurai showed his appearance to Kafka, looking exactly like him. Kafka stared at the weakening kaiju parasite, and after a moment, he asked the mysterious samurai why he showed that to him. So the samurai said that he chose to fight, but he had no chance against the kaiju of the Meiriki era in his current state. They needed to form a deeper bond and truly become one. The mysterious samurai offered his hand, and suddenly a heart appeared there, surprising Kafka. Just as Kafka was about to ask what it was, the samurai pointed out that it was his heart. He had planned to return it after defeating the creature. However, now that they had lost the core, they had no choice but to convert this heart into a new core. Kafka needed to make a choice here, to accept this as his heart and revert to being a human, or to turn it into a core and become a beast. If he chose the latter, he would become one with the vengeful spirits, and he would never be able to return to being human again. He would go against the wishes of his caring friends and end up betraying his younger self. After that explanation, the samurai asked if he still wanted to fight, where determination was visible in his eyes while listening to this. The samurai added that they didn't want to force this on him, so he apologized. Kafka thought about this, and while looking at 8, he commented that they were the same all along. The mysterious samurai was confused by this. He approached the weakening 8 and said that there were things he couldn't help with and wishes he couldn't make true. He touched it as if stroking it and added that this creature was frustrated and in a state of extraordinary agony, but it refused to give up and fought all this time. Compared to the load that 8 had been shouldering, what he carried was just a droplet in a bucket of water. While remembering standing beside Mina as a comrade in killing kaiju, he also said that he was able to reach this point because of 8, so he wholeheartedly thanked the monster, which surprised the mysterious samurai. Kafka suddenly slapped his face to regain his composure, surprising the samurai. He stood up after that and said that it's his turn now to repay number 8, and invited it to move because it was time for their revenge match. Kafka turned to the mysterious samurai, so he pointed out that there was no turning back if he did this, to which he agreed and said he didn't mind. He seriously told the mysterious samurai that he would still fight here, so the samurai brought out his heart and began casting something on it. Soon, it gradually transformed into a kaiju core, and he told Kafka that if he wanted to fight, he should take it. The samurai placed the core in Kafka's chest, and the moment it entered him, he felt an extraordinary aura that shook their surroundings. The intensity of his transformation was visible here as he shouted loudly while his eyes and chest glowed, along with the flow of energy through his body. And there you have it. It seems Kafka has accepted that he can never return as a human to avenge what 8 experienced, as well as to save his friends. Will his now deeper bond with the grudges of the Meiriki-era samurai be enough against the kaiju of that era? Let's find out in the next chapter.